Beautiful forces that we're seeing in the Global Council, New Zealand, Australia, as well as the Central Division, for all your zones set up in getting ready for today's Mission Sunday. Thank you, because it looks so great knowing that early in the morning people are actually running around to make it what it's going to be. And I believe the zone members are actually sitting there enjoying what took a few of you to bring it in place this morning before the service.
Yeah, because when we love somebody, two things that we will look for. One is your time, and one is your wealth. If these two things will indicate how much you love God. Yeah. So when people come out early in the morning to prepare, it shows they love God. Yeah. And you're giving. Only two things. You're giving and your time. If you spend your time for the Lord, that means you love the Lord. If you spend your wealth on the Lord, that means you love the Lord. That's why I always challenge people. We flock to the ground when we watch rugby, because we love rugby. No, that's okay. It's okay to go and watch what you love, but also remember, if you love the Lord, you must also give what you're supposed to.
So thank you to all of you that have actually brought that to pass this morning. For, I believe, Western, they're also having your regional combined. And for those of you that are worshiping through worship centers,
yes,
and the families that do not belong to New Methodist or do not attend any denomination at all, and maybe some of you do not believe in God at all, we take this time to thank you for the time taken just to, maybe for a few minutes, you're looking through whatever gadget that you have in front of you, just to give that moment to God. So this morning, we would like to share a little bit with you on the God of our nation. Not only that, we named it as a program, but it's against all odds, like what we've just mentioned. In the midst of having COVID for this year, Fiji celebrated their 50 years, and we must thank and acknowledge the government for bringing to pass what happened or transpired yesterday and for today. And you still have a few months up until the end of the year. Some of us are still struggling. Some have sort of like, you've gotten used to the fact that this is your new normal. And there's a lot of new normal that we've established within our lives. Some adjustments, a lot of adjustment that we have done. But this morning we want to encourage you. Whatever that you're going through, don't ever feel or think that no one is with you. If maybe your parents will neglect you or have no time for you, maybe they've gone their different ways and have their own families, and maybe no one is there for you, always remember that this God, He will never leave you, nor will forsake you. He is with you at all times, regardless of what you're going through. And last night we were having a devotion, and what really rings when I heard my daughter-in-law testify. And then Mate mentioned, and she said, I praise God. I was praying certain things that I'm praying for. And one line that she mentioned last night, she said, I praise God that I'm content. I'm happy with everything that He continues to give and happy with everything that He has given me. And I'm really content. And I believe our level of contentment will be different or differ in every individual that are listening in today. But whatever it is, your level of contentment, you need to find that contentment faster. You know why? Because once you are content with your life, then all the other things you will manage well. If you're not content, then you are looking the wrong way, you are catching the wrong things, you're mixing with the wrong people. When you're content, you are content. It says in the Bible in Hebrews 13, 5 and 6, it says, keep away from the love of money and be content with what you have. For the Lord said, never will I leave you and never will I forsake you. So when you are content, God is there on your side. Yeah, I'm not saying that money is not good. No, money is good, but for certain things that you need money for. But for you not to go out of your way to neglect your family or neglect people around you just because you're so focused to get there. Always be content with whatever that God has given you. Some of us, God has given us beautiful family, beautiful children, beautiful grandchildren. Look, while you're embracing your children, there are some couple praying at least to have a child. But you're blessed with 3 and 4. And embrace them. That's unique because God has blessed you with those children and blessed you with your husband or blessed you with your wife. While you are, complaining or nagging about your husband and your wife, for some of us, we are coming to church together, sitting out there, serving God together. And sometimes, most of the times, we always complain because of the weaknesses in our spouse that we can see every day, either from a husband to a wife or wife to the husband. And when I get texts of from ladies who are praying for their husband, having marital affairs or hardly at home, or leaving early in the morning to go to the second woman, or saw the phone with all the messages with his other women. When I read those messages, I'm humbled with the fact that for us, that we have our husbands sitting there, are very loyal to you,